Hi guys, my name is Coralie and I am the media specialist here at Mid-Michigan Community Action. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the agency from where we started right up until everything that we've got going on now. So let's get started. So first, let's talk about community action agencies in general. These agencies are local, private, and public nonprofits. They were created by the federal government in 1964 as part of the Economic Opportunity Act, and their goal is to combat poverty. So today, there are over 1,000 community actions covering 96% of the United States and its territories. Community action agencies, unlike most other poverty-related organizations, don't focus on a specific area, such as a homeless shelter or a food pantry or a Michigan Works type of job agency. Community actions cover multiple needs across the community, dependent on the specific needs in that area. The way that we determine those different needs across the different communities that we serve is by using something called the Community Needs Assessment. And that is a survey that we put out every 3 years, and it's got all kinds of questions on it about what types of services have you used from our agency, or what types of services do you think are available in your community or not available in your community? What types of services would you like to see? And so with those kinds of questions, we can gauge what areas are covered in the community and what areas still need a little bit of attention, and really tailor all of our programming to the specific needs within the community. With that in mind, there are no two community actions that operate exactly the same. Each agency has different programs based on their different communities because each community's needs are a little bit different. Another way that community action agencies are different is because we have a unique board structure called a tripartite board, means a three-part board. And that includes 1/3 members who are current elected or appointed public officials, 1/3 of members who are from the private sector, including local business owners and community members, just people who reside in the community, and 1/3 of the members are elected representatives from low-income people. It's quite often people who we have worked with currently or in the past, and that's how they kind of found out about us and about our board. Our mission statement is Mid-Michigan Community Action guides local residents on the path to self-sufficiency through empowerment, education, and community enrichment. So now let's talk a little bit about the history of Mid-Michigan Community Action. We were founded in 1966, and so that's just 2 years after community actions were established across the nation. We actually started out as 6 CAP, and we began operating out of a community member's garage. By the 80s, we were really starting to move on our programs here. In 1981, we established our heat and utility services, and that today is a huge part of what our outreach department does, is helping people with those past due heat and utility bills. In 1985 and 86, we established our adult skill and job skill programs, and those really go hand in hand because that's teaching people how to be self-sufficient, helping them get a job, keep the job, and those are other programs that, again, we do have still operating today. It's another part of our outreach department. In 1987, we received funds from the Flood Aid and Farmer Assistance programs that were established in response to the 1986 floods. And that is a type of service that we also can provide, is those special circumstances. So we also received flood assistance during that 2017 flood. We were able to help people then. And just this year with the May flooding in 2020, we are also working with the community and other partner agencies to do some outreach and help people recover from that disaster as well. In 1989, our child and family services were established, and that started growing very quickly after that. By 1990, we were offering our first free 4-year-old at-risk preschool program. Today, that has grown into, the last count I believe was 16 preschool classrooms that we had going, and those serve 3 to 5-year-olds now. In 1991, we even expanded our family services over into Mecosta and Osceola counties as well. In 1992, we organized our first Walk for Warmth event, and just this past winter, we celebrated our 29th annual Walk for Warmth. In 2004, we saw some more growth in our early childhood services. We began our fatherhood involvement initiatives, and today one of those programs is called MILK, stands for Men in the Lives of Kids. And so our early childhood services run events all throughout the year for fathers and just male role models in kids' lives to come and get that chance to participation as well. In 2010, we established our foreclosure prevention program, and so that program aims to keep people in their homes. So if they are beginning foreclosure procedures, they've gotten behind for whatever reason, we can step in sometimes and help them manage their way through this and stay in their home. We also received funding from the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act and the Affordable Care Act. In 2014, we received funding for the supportive services for veterans and families, and so that allowed us to focus specifically on veterans, and veterans especially who are homeless or in danger of becoming homeless, and really have that specific branch of outreach in the communities. Then in 2019, our early childhood services saw some more expansion. Our early Head Start expanded to allow us to serve more children. We were also awarded the Homeless Veteran Reintegration Program grant, which really works hand in hand with that supportive services for veterans and families program. It allows us to reach those veterans in more areas than just kind of housing. We can also help with job placement, job training, resume building, case management. So more of these comprehensive services to make sure that veterans can get into a home, get a job, maintain that self-sufficiency that they deserve. And then just this year in 2020, we have actually been able to expand our services down into Muskegon and Oceana counties in West Michigan. And in response to the coronavirus pandemic, we have received CARES funding to help residents struggling because of COVID-19. Mid-Michigan Community Action covers 8 main counties. We are in Bay, Clare, Gladwin, Mecosta, Midland, Muskegon, Oceana, and Osceola counties. We currently have offices in 6 of those counties, and we're in the process of acquiring offices in Muskegon and Oceana. And each of those counties even does not offer the same services, even though we're all the same agency. So for example, we cover Early Head Start in Clare, Gladwin, Mecosta, Midland, and Osceola. We cover WIC over in Midland. We have some senior living complexes in Bay City and Clare. We do tax prep in Clare, Gladwin, Mecosta, and Osceola counties. And that's, as you can see, we've got this great mix of programs just based on the different needs of the different communities. Because even though we're the same agency, we've got all of these different counties, and each county has a different need. So we do our best to fit what each of those particular needs are. In addition to our 8 main counties, we cover various other services across the state. We have some type of assistance in Aranac, Gratiot, Huron, Ionia, Isabella, Lake, Lapeer, Montcalm, Newaygo, Saginaw, Sanilac, and Tuscola counties. And with a lot of those, we work with the Community Action Agency or other agencies in those areas to make sure that those services are delivered. So for example, we offer homeless support and our RISE program. It's our Runaway Youth Support and Engagement Program in Aranac and Bay County. Our Supportive Services for Veterans and Families program is also available in Aranac, Lake, Newaygo, and Saginaw counties. We can assist with some utility bills through the Michigan Energy Assistance Program in Huron, Lapeer, Sanilac, and Tuscola counties. And so we've got all kinds of programs that we conduct, again, often working with the community action agencies in those areas to make sure that whatever needs in the community there are, we can meet. So first we have our outreach programs, and among those are the basic needs programs. And so that's assistance like food assistance, water and sewer assistance, heat and utility assistance, and whether that's our commodities distributions that we run, or helping people get connected with other food pantries, or getting their utility bills paid up. That's all of those types of needs. Then we have our homeless support programs. So among those are RISE, again, the Runaway Youth Support and Engagement Program. We have our Supportive Services for Veterans and Families program, and that's aimed at veterans who are homeless or in danger of becoming homeless. We have homeless prevention just for the general public, as well as rapid rehousing. So if somebody does become homeless, we try to get them into some type of shelter as quickly as possible. We also have our home empowerment programs, and so those are all programs aimed at getting prospective homeowners the skills or the tools, resources that they need to either buy their first home or get back into a home, whatever that may be. But that's programs like homebuyer education, foreclosure prevention, it's financial capability classes so people can learn about budgeting and what kind of bills will go into running a household, all of those types of services, as well as some programs to help with down payment assistance. We have employment support programs, and that can be anything from helping people pay to update their driver's license to getting steel-toed boots for work, paying for maybe some kind of license, anything in there that's somebody who has just received a job or has a job offer but has some type of barrier between them and actually accepting that job offer. So we can help with that in a lot of cases. We also cover tax preparation and filing through two different programs, our volunteer income tax assistance and our tax counseling for the elderly. And between those two programs, we can cover Clare, Gladwin, Mecosta, and Osceola for tax preparation and filing, and it's no cost to our participants. We also have a huge early childhood services department. And so in those children and family services, we have our early Head Start program that is available to those who are pregnant and children from birth through 3 in Clare, Gladwin, Mecosta, Midland, and Osceola counties. And that program ranges from prenatal care all the way up to 3-year-olds. Those kids are starting to walk and talk, and we can sit with them and read books. We've got all kinds of educational activities we do. Even while we're social distancing, our home-based educators have been meeting with our families via Zoom or during like safe outdoor environments. And so we've got a really comprehensive program there for those young children. And then from there, we have our preschool Head Start program, and that is for children from 3 through 5 in Clare and Gladwin counties. We have 16 classrooms now, I believe was the last count, and that is more of a traditional preschool program. The kids will read stories, they do group activities, they do individual activities. They have 2 different types of playgrounds at all of the classrooms. They've got a traditional playground with slides and basketball hoops and those things. They've also got a nature playground, a natural playground. And so that's got more activities like balancing logs and lean-tos, sawhorses, all of those types of things. We also run WIC out in Midland County, that's Women, Infants, and Children, and that program is for those who are pregnant and children from birth through 5, and that program is really aimed at nutrition and health for both the parent and the children. Our Early Childhood Services Department hosts lots of events each year, from our fun day in the park each summer to our milk events that I've touched on a little bit already. We have baby showers that we run throughout the year in Clare, Gladwin, Mecosta, Midland, and Osceola counties. We have our fall event as well each year. And so just lots and lots of activities that are available throughout the year to all of these families. And then we come to our housing department, and one of their main programs is called weatherization. And that program is really aimed at energy efficiency for homes and getting their utility bills down. And so they can cover things like insulation installation, furnace repair and replacement, appliance replacement. They do an air leakage reduction test to see what areas of the house maybe need to be caulked or sealed in some way to prevent those kinds of drafts. And it's aimed at energy efficiency, and if they see some health and safety concerns, they can also assist with those types of things through that program. Then we have our Helping Homes program, which is kind of the flip side of weatherization. Those home repairs are really aimed at health and safety measures, which do often also lead to energy savings. And so it's things like door repair, hole patching. Again, if there's like front steps that are damaged, or maybe there's a railing that we need because someone in the home has limited mobility, they can help with repairs like that. Mid-Michigan Community Action is continually growing. We're adapting, we're expanding to best meet the needs of the communities that we serve. It was really great to be able to tell you guys a little bit about what Mid-Michigan Community Action Agency does today, and I will see you all next time.